This is Life Coach Tao. Thank you for checking out my channel. Today we're going to talk about increasing happiness, because that's such a big thing and it's important. And a lot of people don't talk about mental health as much as they should. Okay, first things first. Numero uno. Appreciate the little things. Because I know it sounds simple, but we're all like, oh, I need this thing to make me happy. I need this. It's got to be something extravagant. When in reality, sometimes the little things are most impactful on our hearts and our minds. You could have anything, but you're only as free as you feel inside. Remember that. Because a lot of times we always want what we don't really need. And that's crazy to me, because we think that thing is going to bring us like this joy that we want. And when it doesn't, it's a never-ending cycle. We have to compensate for that. Yeah, always remember that your mental health is important. Your happiness, you can't, pour from an empty cup. Sometimes you have to put your happiness first. Number 2, spend time with people who bring good energy. Nobody likes an energy vampire. And another thing, when it comes to energy vampires, you can't allow someone to take all that energy from you, because that impacts you, your mind state, your mood, like that. It plays a big deal in your life. And when you allow someone to take that energy, you're giving more than you're receiving. When you give more than you receive, that's draining on your mental health in the long run. Always be honest about how you feel. If you're not honest with how you feel, if you can't be honest with yourself, then who can you be honest with? Always focus on self-care. Making sure you're eating healthy, making sure you're getting exercise, making sure you're taking care of yourself. And a lot of times when people do all of those things, they forget the most important is to have a healthy mind. You take care of your mind, you take care of your well-being. Your mental health is very, very, very important. Just as everything else, mental health is a big thing, I think a lot of times it's overlooked, and that in the end it becomes a huge problem, and I don't think people take it as seriously as they should. My personal favorite, learning to meditate. I say, a lot of people I know, you're probably like, wait, that brings you peace? That brings you inner happiness? Sit there and go, and you're good? See, it's more than that. You allow yourself to clear your mind. You allow yourself to understand how, you would react to something in a better way. Like, it allows you to sit there and pause and just think, like, okay, maybe this isn't a good way to go about this. It allows you to de-stress. It allows you to think rationally. And it allows you to become more in tune with yourself and learn what it is that you really want, what your purpose is. Because once you find your purpose, there's nothing else. You just go towards that purpose. Spending time in nature. Yeah, I know you're just like, well, I'm not a park person. I don't walk, I don't run, I don't hike, I don't run, I don't exercise. Exercise is not for me. Yeah, I get it. But being in nature allows you to unwind and recharge, because in the nature, there's no judgment. In nature, there's no, gossiping, there's no social media, there's nothing like that. It's just quiet. It allows you to gather your thoughts. It allows you to think. There's no pressure. No one's goes to the park and expects things, you know. They're not just like, oh, I expect this whole thing to just be going down like blah, 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 blah. No. They're like, oh, you're at the park. I expect this of you. No, it's the park. It's calm, you know. And that is also a great place to meditate. Ooh, important one. Learning to forgive yourself. Because a lot of times, there's things that are out of our control. But when things are out of our control, we tend to, or even if we do have a chance to, like, you know, control somewhat of the outcome, or so we think, we put the blame on ourselves. We're just like, okay, this is 100% my fault. But it is okay to accept, okay, yeah, this happened, this is my fault. But the longer that you allow something to linger like that, and the person you should forgive is yourself. Because if you can't forgive yourself, who can you forgive? And you destroy that connection with yourself. You don't allow yourself to connect with yourself that on a deeper level, because you're constantly feeling guilty. And that's no way to live your best life. And lastly, accept what you cannot change. Change is inevitable. It's going to happen no matter what. Be a part of life. I'm glad you showed up to life today. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, if there's anything you want to ask, if there's anything you want me to talk about, feel free to just leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, share. Thank you.